Well, tonight we're going to be doing some testing and doing some of this. Stand by, and I'm going to do one of my tests for tonight. A very important one, an easy one to do. Let's try that again. Okay, so that is working, but I got toned this back. That's not very ideal. But so far, everything seems to be operational. One more test here. All right, let's try that again because the audio was way too low. Hey, it seems to be working. And I can hear things. That's positive. I'm going to call it good enough and proceed. Greetings, Sarah Twiggles. Your name keeps changing a lot, I believe. That is kind of an odd thing to be. I'm sorry to hear about that infection. Hopefully you heal soon. That is unfortunate. All right. So going over to solo here and proceed forward. There's been a couple of big changes I've done to my streaming setup, and so I fully expect there to be some glitches along the way. One of those glitches seems to be that Restream is having problems. There we go. That seems to be much better. I didn't realize this guy was a level 5 on my back. I had a long discussion earlier today with Dadman. That was a lot of ground covered. I realized I probably went on for too long. But as many folks around here know, I tend to ramble. And when I get stuck on rambling, it's kind of hard to pull back. What is this? Ooh, we got flare guns again. Those were always fun. Good for destroying structures. Find out what the crystal does in a moment after we deal with these bots. Fishy sprites. Do I have that one? I don't think so. Swimming speed greatly increases. Oh, I definitely don't have that one. All right, I need to get this one out of here. Oh, and I got to figure out what this thing right here does. Oh. Oh, wow, that's actually quite a lot of distance you can travel. Nice.
Once again, we summon the ship to send them sprites back into space. This is becoming most tiresome. What a waste of time and resources to keep getting these things off planet. Pretty epic. Get out of here, you fish.
All right, enough of that. Good thing people can't grab those once they're inside, right? Oh, look at that. We got this freak again. Well, McCucumber, That was not very intelligent. So I believe I can get rid of this guy as well. But do I want to get rid of him just yet? I think I might be able to search a little bit more. So the stream earlier today was a lengthy one, and I can talk about the Star Wars subject for a good long time, and it's one of the reasons why I probably need to be more careful about the amount of time I spend doing that, because I can very quickly go too long. But one of the things I noticed with some of the discussions that can take place is that once upon a time, it was pretty easy to argue against Disney Star Wars. In recent years, it's getting a little bit harder. There's a lot of folks that now actually like it. And so you got to be careful. You can't just go stepping on people's toes too much. And so you have to show some grace with it, because you never know who is actually a fan. Ooh, that's good. Oh, there you are. You freak. That burnt peanut design is very unappealing. All right, let's get you out of here. I'm going to step out here. Oh, come on. Never mind. At least I got 2 of these. Speed it up. I might as well get this green one out of here as well, because I'm not finding anything of merit around here. Was that music a little different? There we go. Get out of here. Safely extract sprite dust. That storm went on for a good long while. So anyway, there are a lot of people out there that do enjoy the franchise. And so you got to be careful about stepping on their toes. I made that mistake a while back. There were some people that really, really like the stories. And I still don't really understand. Doesn't make sense to me why people like it so much, but it is something people do enjoy. So while I could have gone like all in to try and tear it apart, I very distinctly tried to avoid doing that too much, because like I said, I've been surprised by people, and some of the folks that do enjoy it, you don't really realize it until suddenly they're like, but I did enjoy it. Why do you have to hate on me for it? Yep. Need to be careful about that one. Someone shooting at me. Got him out of here. Oh, look at that. I don't have you either. I don't think so. Cloak duration. How do you trigger that? Hey again, says Jess. Greetings, Jess. How you doing? Whoa. Well, that's an interesting slide. Roar, tiger, roar. Yes, indeed. I gotta get this one out of here because I haven't had it before. Summon that capsule again. I was remarking earlier that I realized I went on for way too long with my essay earlier today. That was something where it probably needed to be split up into 2 streams. Oh well, something to remember for next time. That music is changing every time. All right, got him out of there. I'm in the middle of an escape room like map. Earning XP. Ah, escape room. New. Ooh, wonderful. Wait a minute. That didn't trigger until just now? Interesting. Might join after I finished. Indeed. By the way, how is the audio currently? Is it, can you hear things like this? Different puzzle levels you gotta accomplish. Audio is good. Okay, wonderful. Because earlier today, when I was getting on with Dadman, I had some big audio glitches that took place, and caused quite a few problems, both on my end and also for his end, which I found a little interesting. What have you got? Nothing. What do I want to grab around here? Oh, perfect. Need that extra health. And let's take a look over here. Heard something there for a moment. Oh, yep. There's somebody. What is that emblem? Has that emblem always been there? Interesting. Oh, what are you? Soccer ball. Overdrive effect. Interesting. Well, let's get him out of here too.
Striker. Striker sprite. Just when you think that you're friends, he strikes you.
Gotta catch them all. Crash. Get him kicking the ball into the goal at the soccer field. But I got him after fighting someone. Ah. Well, now he's in the collection. Oh, look at that. Found another buddy. A little green buddy that we'll just take with us this time and not get rid of him. Oop, didn't mean to do that. One of the... Earlier today, when I was doing the stream with Dadman, there was a couple areas that I wanted to go into, and I pulled back. I started going down that path, and I realized I better not do this. And there's a couple of them that very much would like to explore someday, but maybe another time. Oh, which one are you? The Aura Sprite. What do you do? Gain a shock rock charge when you deal damage to enemies. Oh, very cool. Let me out of here. All right, so gotta find. Oh, I better go back to that one. Darn, nope. I'm stuck with him. I am stuck with him. That's not good. I'm not ready for this fight. Yep. Drink. And now into the battle. I wonder if I can switch these guys around. What if he'll give me any bonus here? This ain't good. This is really bad. Darn it. No. I knew that wasn't going to go so well. Have we gone to the soccer field because you think that it's dangerous? Well, as I found out, you can find them just around the map at random. Okay, now let's see here. Which one do we want to use here? Pickaxe does more damage. That could be, you know, that could be interesting. I'm going to give that a try. One of the things I would love to do, again, is to tell some of the, to do some of the retellings of what I think Disney Star Wars could have been. I think that there's so many things that they could have done. And, well, I think that one of the number one things that could have happened, though, is they could have completely redone the sequel trilogy and actually had it make sense. Even having characters like Ray, which has been an absolute nightmare for the industry, you still could have made it work. It just wasn't going to be ideal. But the Boba Fett in The Mandalorian, that was the part that really made me first want to try and rewrite some of the stuff, to try and figure out how to actually make that story work. Hey, is that the soccer field? Hey, it is. I want to use my pickaxe here. I don't know if that was beneficial, but, you know, it's interesting. Drink the water. Bring this back a little bit more. And swap out that. There, that's much better. Okay, there's the other guy. Can I get close enough for the pickaxe? Why can't I hit him? I mean, I'm hitting, but just barely. That worked, although if he wasn't a bot, that would have been a lot more difficult. Hey, greetings there, Bastion. How are you doing? Yeah, take this with me. It'd be better for the strategy that I'm running. With The Mandalorian, though, it's so frustrating to realize that Disney had so much potential and they just threw it away with trying to really make them into something special. Makes me wonder if they're ever going to go back and course correct, which it does sound like they're going to, but just how much? Don't know. Swap out that, and we'll do this. See how that works with this current setup. I'm doing good. Indeed. Last night got to do a pretty nice bit of progress on a thumbnail. And one of the benefits is that now I can turn that thumbnail into more iterations now that it's a 3D mesh and a 3D scene. And something I really look forward to trying to do is kind of create some reusable elements for thumbnails, because I haven't done thumbnails in a long, long time, at least for my channel. And I've done it for other people's channel, just not mine. I've been meaning to try and start doing some of them again. Not many. They take way too much time to justify for my simple setup. Speaking of simple setup, oh, there's that soccer guy again. I've had a couple of people that have mentioned about ways to improve some of the streaming setup that I have. And I gotta say, unfortunately, I just don't seem to be making much headway in it. They're like, you should start using tags in your streams. And I'm like, I understand that's a good point, but I'm not sure if I'm able to really use that to its full effect. No more little buddies. We did take 2.5 hours for just the one. Yeah, exactly. After this round, I think I'm going to put the fan into the window. It's pretty warm tonight. All right, get these two little buddies out of here. And I'll keep this one. All right, get out of here. By the way, what is the damage output on this? 30 damage, 40 damage, 60 damage. So now... Okay, I can't damage this, can I? Nope. What about this tree? Does it work like this? Oh, it does. Hokey smokes, Bullwinkle. That is fast. Here we go. Ho ho! Hokey smokes. That's powerful. And now we're up to 4, which means 80 damage. The claws of doom. People are gonna be suffering. They're gonna be mauled by the wolf. I got some good extra speed right now. What is that? No, I don't want that. I want this. Here we go. You could create a standard one for Fortnite like Dadman has. I could indeed do that. Part of the problem is that then I have to change it every time I get the stream started. Because I technically had one. I just got rid of it because I couldn't stand changing it constantly. But I wonder if there's a way to automate that. As you all know, I'm not very good when it comes to the streaming experience. I'm way too casual. That's why I'll never make it big, because I am the most casual of casual streamers. So far, I've only eliminated people with the claws. Everyone seems to be ranged right now, and so close range seems to be something that folks are not dealing with very well. So I think this strategy might actually work out. Hey, look at that. More buddies. The fish guy again. Yeah, all right, fishy. We're gonna extract you some. Oh, look at this. We got this guy too. Okay, so let's get on over to an extraction point. Hopefully we find one more guy along the way to justify it. Maybe this guy will give us one. Oh, yes, you don't expect that one, huh? That strategy really does confuse people. Trying to break into cars, I see. Oh, somebody's trying to do an extraction over here. Is that it? What is that shield? They're friendly. Does that mean no one can fight in here?
That's right. Bring it on down again. We got more of these little sprites to get out of here.
Damien pulls it off on his PlayStation. I'm pretty sure you'll be okay with swapping out every time you change what you start with, at least if you get used to it. Or you could create a more specific image for all the streams instead of what you have now. Indeed. I should probably get into that habit again. All right, goodbye, little buddies. Been nice knowing ya. Enjoy that great big rift in the sky. Successfully extracted sprite dust. Or you could create a more specific image of all streams instead of what you have now. Yeah, I definitely need to do that. Definitely. When the pink bubbles up, no one can fight in there. What? I can't use my claws of death. Claws of doom. I mean,
The claws of doom.
Another bubble over there.
Surprise! Beware the wolf and his giant claws.
Ooh, those are weird. Another little watery buddy. Come here, you little watery buddy. Okay, someone else is fighting over here. He's probably safe inside.
And he ran away like a chicken.
Or more like a squid. I kind of want to get the guy that's on my back out of here. But then again, he's been very helpful. So I think I'll keep him. Oh, there's another one of these guys. Boy, he is everywhere. So much for being mythic. This is the third time I found him.
Summon it from the void.
Okay. You guys are out of here. I'm going to hold on to this other guy because he's been so very helpful. Double check those for ammo. Good. Swap that out. It would be nice to do kind of like a read through of the how I would redo Disney Star Wars, but that would take a long time, and I kind of want to focus primarily on getting Milo finished. I might do it after that, but I got other Milo stuff to kind of get done first. And besides, you don't want to rewrite somebody else's stuff if you have the chance to maybe use it yourself. I'm kind of more interested in maybe repurposing what I've kind of written for Disney for another series. But that's for another time. Okay, there's 5 people left. Is that a bush? Yeah, it's a bush. Nobody wants a bush. I wonder how quickly I could eliminate this guy with this current
Out
spray.
of my way.
You know, I want to find out.
Let's go.
Is he howling like a wolf? Wow, that was easy. Whoa, look at that. Boss sprite. I kind of want to get this guy out of here now. All right. I have no idea about this boss sprite. Might not be worth getting out, but we're going to try it. And we'll keep holding on to the other guy. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up! Oh, come on! He was so weak. Dagnabbit. Did that work here? Yeah, okay, it did work. Although I did like that strategy. So it means we're going to do that again, because that was quite effective. But can't do that probably in the late game. Probably. Might be surprised. So one of the things, though, that I was thinking about for Disney Star Wars that you could have done to make the sequel trilogy even more interesting. Focus on 2 things, Hut Space and the Grand Moffs. Combined, those make a very interesting concept for the story. The idea is that now you went from dealing with the Sith to dealing with the Sith to dealing with the Forceless beings. That gives a perfect sort of enemy for the Mandalorians to fight, and also allows for the Jedi to kind of grow in peace, you could say. And then you rekindle it by having the dark side reborn. And this is something that I wrote about for what Snoke's background could have been. The idea is that he was the dark side reborn. And that happened through holocrons. It happens because basically you can't stop people from becoming evil. You can stop the order that they had, but you can't stop people from wanting to seek evil. And that's what that kind of represented. I love that they were like, "Oh, you're they were making the jokes about how your Snoke theories are stupid, and they never delivered on a better theory. And so I was like, well, that's stupid. How about let's just evaluate it based upon kind of logic, maybe not lore, but logic. And so that's where I came up with kind of like the idea of that he's the dark side reborn. Yeah, come up here. Come up here. Fine. I'll fight you down there. That's right. Clobber him. Get that freak out of here. No one likes that character anyway. But if you have the dark side reborn in Snoke, you also give the logic of how come the Jedi are blindsided by it. And so thus you would have the destruction of the new Jedi Temple. And the idea behind that is actually a little bit historical, of showing how the Jedi are not supposed to be in ivory towers. They were supposed to be among the people. And that's something that I remember hearing George Lucas mentioning about Qui-Gon Jinn, which is why he refused to become a true master of being in the ivory tower. He wanted to be out and working because he was a true noble Jedi. And so if you destroy the second Jedi Temple, what you've done is you have given Luke like the motivation that the Jedi, hint, hint, becomes the last of the Jedi, because he starts to think maybe this is the end. And then you get a chance to say, no, it was because you were supposed to follow in Qui-Gon Jinn's footsteps of being a force of good in the galaxy, not in your ivory towers. And so that would have been a much better way to go about doing it. And alas, they didn't go with that method. Sad, sad, sad. But it would be interesting to do like a legit remake of the series and make it with the same sort of beats, but keep it with the brand new story elements and see how people react to it. Okay, we got you. I don't think I have you yet. Wait a second. Hey there. Wonderful. Ooh, ice cream cones. All right, let's get this guy out of here. Oh, that's the enemy. You seem to be a bot. How nice for you to give me the extra power that I needed. All right, so we want to get this guy out of here. Someone activating that one? Nope. Ooh, tumbleweed. Out of the sand. Logical. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Plus. Yeah, logical. Okay. Let's do this. Oh, the shield bubbles here. Wunderbar. No extra little buddies. Maybe this one has one. Nope.
Summoned out of the void came a giant spaceship, ready to take the little sprites away to their little home in the sky.
And the little sprites were like,
Yay!
all right, get out of here. You bother me. Added to collection. Yeah. Nothing's up here, is it? Looks like somebody was here already. Yeah, everybody was already to this area. So just might as well move on. Ooh. This is a second car wash. Another ice cream cone. Special. Hopefully it doesn't melt. Ooh. I need to find me a car. There's no car in the area. How can I drive through there if I don't have a car? All right, here's a bot. I need to upgrade my ability. Don't mind me, John Wick. I'm just the dog. You should be happy. You see the dog again. You got a lot more damage on me than I was expecting. Oh, hey, look, and a little buddy. Don't go anywhere, little buddy. Party invite. Well, I'm already in, so yeah, we'll still do that. We'll just see what happens after this. Joined that. All right, let's see. Where is?
Hello.
Hello. How are you doing? Can you hear me?
Alaska Jeff is here.
Can you hear me?
Okay, there we go.
Testing.
All
one.
right.
Everything all set?
All right, testing. One,
Yeah,
two, three. Can you hear
my
me?
Sprite menu was being stupid.
Can you hear me?
Mine as well. Hey, Alaska Jeff, how are
Testing,
you?
1, 2, 3. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, wonderful. Yeah, because I had a little bit of audio problems earlier today, so I just wanted to double check. Boing.
Yeah. Boing. I can hear just fine.
Dandy. Right now, I'm towards the end of this round. How are things going with you all? Any activities that you've been doing today?
Leveling up sprites today.
Ah, just hunting sprites. Yeah, I've been slowly building up my collection, but I dare say that I am no Ash Ketchum.
Gotcha.
Hey,
Well,
greetings, Octavo.
the event goes till like August 19th, and there's 61 sprites in all that you have to collect.
Well, I'm definitely not going to get that. Indeed. What number are you currently at?
I am currently... Let's see. I do know I have mastered 38 sprites so far.
38 sprites. That's I think that might be I think I currently have maybe 20, if that.
And there's, let's see, I have, let's see, a 38, but let's see how much. I can't tell, like, on my sprite menu because my sprite menu is being stupid.
Uh-huh. Ye old dumb
Let's
sprite
see
menu.
here. I own 47.
47. That's pretty decent. Pretty far on that collection there.
Yes, I believe there's exactly... No, wait, I know I mastered the ducky, so it has to be... Yeah, I mastered the ducky. Yeah, so that's the correct number for the mastery. 35. So, I own 47, so what, so that leads to... Let's see here.
While you're doing that, what have you been up to, Tato? It has been a long time. Have you had a decent spring and summer so far? Take a look at my own sprites, trying to figure out which one I'm going to be going with. Right now, I think I'll just go with the collector.
Yeah, 5. 5 sprites that I need to master. But I'm also missing 5 galaxy sprites that I need to get wishes later on today. So that's like 10 in all that I need to level up and master.
You need galaxy sprites. Which one in particular? I have the fire one.
I already have the fire one. But thank you, though.
I do notice that a lot of the people seem to already have a lot of the same items, including ones that are rare, which is a little perplexing to me.
Well, they trade sprites and stuff, so...
Mm-hmm.
It's not letting me ready up.
Well, that is indeed a problem. But then again, not too unsurprising for Fortnite.
Alright, I have to leave and come back in. I'll be right back.
Okie dokie. In the meantime, folks, just one more reminder. We had the stream with Dadman earlier today, and that was a interesting story that we got to kind of explore, the idea of what happened to Star Wars and its downfall. We might do one more. I don't really know. It kind of depends on Dadman's schedule, but there's definitely enough space to go for at least one more stream of that. Jess says, rare kind of is relative in this game. There's definitely some truth in that. What do you think of the Alaska ad I sent you that I got? That was, I did see that. It was pretty clever. Pretty clever indeed.
All right, fixed it.
All right.
Gosh.
Stand by just a second. I'm going to go put a fan in the window. Be right back.
I literally want to scream right now. All the technical issues I'm having tonight. Oh, wait. Okay, he wasn't ready, so... greetings again, Sashi. Greetings again, stream edited suddenly. Yeah, that's the second time tonight that it has cut off on YouTube, and it's really not making me happy.
What got cut off?
My YouTube stream.
Oh. That's a problem. What was the circumstances around it?
I don't know. I don't know. It's just getting cut off.
Ah, what time is it right now where you are?
2:00 in the morning.
Oh, okay. Because for me, around midnight, I get the same thing that happens, but mine will reestablish after about 10, 15 seconds. So it could be that if it's this, take a look at the time of day whenever it happens, and if it starts happening over and over again, it might be that it is your local internet provider. Other than that, it would be an app problem, but just take note of those times because it happened to me.
It could be that, but I'm not really sure. But I'll keep an eye on it.
Indeed. Jess says, found it funny how long after your stream ended while I was still scrolling through Instagram and got an Alaska ad. Yep. No, it's a lot of people that will be receiving that ad right now because Alaska's really trying to improve their tourist stats for the year, and it's already been pretty successful. It's I don't know if it's a record year, but it definitely is close to being a record year. Thanks for that link there, Jess. Much appreciated.
I know. Why don't we get more news like that? Like something positive, like tourism and everything.
Well, it kind of depends on the person you're talking to. Some people really don't like tourism.
I would like to for the state to be like, oh, we just got back from Arizona despite the heat and everything. It's a pretty cool place.
You were looking at sprites I was watching. Then the stream had the circle on it, then cut off. That's the circumstances. Yeah, I know what exactly what's causing it. But it's not going to be fixed at least till Monday or Tuesday.
When it comes
And I would say for the next 4 or 5 weeks, I'm going to be very busy because I have family events going on for two weekends, and then another one, and then the last week of July I'll be pretty much traveling and stuff, so I have a lot of stuff I need to get done. Looking forward to it, but I'm also looking for it to be over at the same time.
Just mentions Arizona dry heat is better than my humid heat in peak summer. I do know the Great Lakes humidity. Yes, that can get very obnoxious.
Oh yes, indeed.
It's very humid here in Texas right now. Hot and humid.
I spent
look,
very little
peanut
time in Texas. I hopped over for an afternoon and then left.
Didn't stay very long.
Nope. It's kind of weird. Such a big part of our country, and I'm basically a stranger to it. But then again, it is a little state, so there's not much reason to go and visit it.
Little.
Yeah,
No,
little
man.
state. You're less than half the size of Alaska.
I don't know. It's pretty big to me.
Yeah, that's what they all say when they are thinking about the size of their state. I've had humidity levels of 100 with no rain and 90% of the surface in 90s for surface temperature felt like over 100. So there's a place in China that is known to get some of the most humid weather in the world. And it is fascinating, and you also never, ever, ever want to live there. There is so much humidity. This is in southern China. There is so much humidity there that it is dripping and running off the walls. Paper will be, any book that you have around will get completely soaked. You could wring out your towels and it will just pour water. It is incredibly humid. Now imagine all of the infrastructure around there trying to live like that, all the repairs you would have to deal with. It is a nightmare place to have to live.
I don't even know how you could possibly live there at all.
Yep, I've seen the videos of it. It is, it's shocking. Like you look across the room and there's clouds basically hanging in the air. And you look at somebody's face and there's just water pouring off of it because it's just beating so fast. Of course, it does wonders for your rooms and whatnot. So if you don't keep your windows shut and keep a dehumidifier on, you are going to end up in a lot of problems.
Mm-hmm. So it's an Enterprise B situation. The photon torpedoes will be installed on Tuesday. Yeah, I know what the problem is, and hopefully, well, I would say 80% sure it's that problem, but I won't really know for sure until Monday or Tuesday. Peninsula, Malaysia is the size of Florida. The humidity where I am hovers between 60 to 75%.
Yield humidity. Alaska's humidity is very low. Right now, it is about as high as it's ever going to get. And right now, it is 32% humidity. That is
32% is not bad.
Yeah, that is our most humid that it will get. And the most of the year, it will be 16%, if not lower. It does wonders for wood. In other words, you got to be careful because your wood will start to warp and crack pretty easily with that level of dryness. Which reminds me, I need to probably apply some oil to some of my wood tables and whatnot, just so it doesn't cause problems. What a... Oh, that's an interesting sign. When in doubt, freak out. That is pretty epic. Or
Should
not.
deposit this peanut Sprite.
IQ weather says Jess, it is 64 and feels like 66. Not bad. You're the enemy, I think.
Ugh.
Oh, nope, it's just anime night. That's all I heard.
Nope, it's me. You're good.
You gave me half a heart attack. I'm finding a whole lot of sprites right now. Kind of interesting. They've all gone into hiding or hibernation. Ooh, ice blocks. Well, oh, there's one. Uh-oh. Well, that's a problem. Well, it just disconnected me. Can you all hear me still? Stream is still going.
Mine is too.
There we
Hopefully
go.
it'll stay like that.
Did the game crash for you too?
Not the game, just my stream that just cut off.
Yeah, the game crashed for me. So I'm back in the lobby. Doesn't happen too terribly often. Just says, and then again, Illinois is already setting a record for reported tornadoes in a year for this year. Ugh. That's unfortunate. Texas has been busy with the World Cup games there, says Jesse. Indeed. Did you see the tweet I tagged you in earlier? The kicks. Let's take a look at that. We have the moment. All right. Let's go on over to this. Over 100 tornadoes. Hokey smokes. Grass
Dang.
stompers. Oh,
Where
those
are you
interesting.
guys?
Say that again.
Oh, I see you. Your guys are way over there.
I'm kaput.
So it's just me at anime night.
Yep. So for
Yep.
me, it kicked me out entirely.
Ah.
So right now I'm in the lobby because, of course, Fortnite doesn't allow you to rejoin for whatever reason. There, now I'm watching you. Watching you as you go across this world of sprites and typhoons, it looks like. But yeah, 100 tornadoes, that is a ton to have to deal with. You know, one of the things that I've heard a lot of people complain about how hot things have been getting in other parts of the country. Not so for Alaska. It's been 2 very cold years. Very, very cold years. The Arctic Ocean hasn't melted 2 years in a row. Kind of fascinating. But one of the things I remember hearing about was just how hot these cities are getting. You know, like, oh, it wasn't always like this. You're right. It wasn't. Because a lot of cities have started to get rid of all their greenery in favor of concrete. I was in an area where they were doing a whole bunch of construction. The moment they started cutting down the trees, that is when the heat really started to surge. And you could just feel it. You'd be in the shade of a tree and be wonderful. You step out on top of the concrete and it got painful.
Yeah, it's like stepping on a sandy beach when it's really hot out. Eee.
Mm-hmm. Well, trees dispel heat. It's one of the best ways to counteract heat in your area. Not just the shade, but the greenery actually converts that heat into stored energy, which then becomes wood. And so, well, wood, fruit, whatnot. And it's hilarious to me how people want to try and combat the heat by cutting down the trees. It's the dumbest
That's
thing.
not gonna work.
I know. It's like, why are you doing that? But, you know, I think that a lot of these cities have absolutely no idea just how much damage they're doing. It used to be that cities had trees everywhere. Oh, but that causes damage to our infrastructure. The roots. Yeah, don't build right next to a tree. But keep the trees because the trees are beneficial. Construction logic.
Yeah. I have a thorough meter with humidity measurements because I build and paint model kits. Can't paint models if humidity is too high. That's true, says Shashi. Next month is the 60th anniversary for Ultraman, by the way. Ooh, 60th anniversary.
Oh, Sashi's over on your stream right now?
Yeah.
Oh, well, howdy, Sashi.
I'm streaming from YouTube, Rumble, and BP Zone.
That's pretty neat.
Oh
Back
boy.
Oh boy. What transpired?
I don't see anything at the moment. Hopping over.
Storm shrinking in 1 minute 10 seconds. Oh no.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be watching these two individuals come into the last of the combat phase here. We are wondering if they are going to survive as they come across the last of their opponents. Right now there are 10. Will they survive, or all 10, or just 8, or maybe 6? We'll have to find out. Start putting out your wagers right now, folks.
That was that was impressive. Uh-oh.
Who's fighting?
Uh-oh.
Oh shit.
And I'm coming. Oh, Christ. Come on. Got him.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, let's go.
There's someone else.
Oh, Ghost Sprite.
Oh, it's Padme. Watch out for Yield Padme. Oh, you're in trouble. Oh,
Oh,
you're down.
Well, I didn't have a Sprite
Trouble.
on me, so.
Reboot.
Sashi says.
Oh!
Oof.
Caught me,
Malaysian.
Caught me napping.
Damn, man. Sashi says Malaysian cities usually have trees around them. Our capital city has a rainforest park too. Sashi says, "Hi, Alaska Man Jeff."
Howdy, howdy.
One assist. I see Mega Jetty online, but he's not answering. Boo. I wonder how he's doing.
One of the great parts about the internet is you get a chance to stay connected with people all across the world, but also at the same time, when they disappear, you're left wondering and you don't get a chance to really find out. There's a guy that left my streams about almost 2 years ago. I still have no idea what's gone on with him. I still know he's online, but I also don't know if he's actually been like in any streams or any community stuff. He's like disappeared from the face of the earth, and it's baffling. It is a very weird sort of time to be alive, to be so close with so many people and yet so distant.
There is one, like, I know, like, for some odd reason or another, he's just... Actually, there's two of them. There's two of them used to stream, used to be around, and all of a sudden just disappeared. So, I don't know what happened or what's going on with them, but I wish him well.
Indeed.
Alright, this is my last one, and then I'm gonna head off and get some much needed rest.
Ah, yes, indeed. Well, with your time zone, that definitely makes sense.
Yeah.
One of the things I had early on in streaming was because of my time zone of being here in Alaska, most of the people that I had watching were actually from Australia and Southern Asia. That was the number one region that I was really getting for the streams. And then something happened, and suddenly all that just disappeared. And now it's mostly people from here in the US, even though the times really haven't changed a whole lot. It's always been kind of surprising to me.
Malaysia also has the second biggest aviary in the capital city, Sasashi. Ah. That's cool.
Kind of feels like Sashi should document some of the country and share it on socials so people can get a chance to see and understand it from a local's perspective.
Maybe we're going to Frosted Flats. Let's go there.
Ooh, nice and frosty. With how hot everything is up here, I kind of need a nice little bit of a cool down. For me, hot temperatures are 70. Ooh, heat wave.
90.
It's 90 over here.
90.
You can keep all that 90 stuff. I don't want to have to deal with any of that 90 stuff. You can keep it all to yourself.
I find it funny when we break 115, people are like, how are you guys living in this heat? I'm like, yeah, this.
You learn to adjust to the region that you live in. That is definitely true.
Oh.
Dotty, 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 dot. Ooh, there's a lot in here.
Sprites galore. What is this? Oh, that's designed to show things in the area. Interesting. I found a number of tornado things I saw. I'll send them to Instagram. Be ready for the alerts. Ah, that's what that alert was. I'll have to be sure to take a look at that here.
Idiot. Out of the line of fire. It's gotta be a robot.
Yeah, I gotta watch out for them bots. Silly bots. Who shot at me? There you are. Have a suitcase.
Oh yeah. Need that. Gimme.
Take that, you gummy. Can I collect you? Nope.
Most of the videos on YouTube about Malaysia focus on the food. We're one of the big food destinations. Most of our Michelin rated foods are street food.
That's right. Get clobbered with a suitcase. A suitcase of doom. All right, I got sprites galore. I need to get those out of here. Oh, it's over here. Letting you know that was me.
I'm getting farted.
Ah, yes, indeed. All right, I'm going
You
over
okay,
to this
Cal?
area.
No. We're getting surrounded.
Oh, coming back to help.
You alright?
Alright, I think that's the last of them.
Oh. What
Oh,
the?
hell no, that wasn't the last of them.
I'm getting...
Clobber. What are you? Boy, there's
I
so
love
many of
those
these guys around
turret
here.
stuff.
Oh, the suitcase is taking me places.
Is there anybody else? Because this is getting old really fast.
Well, I'm gonna go over and extract these little fellas. So I'm heading on this way. No, they're my little fellas, my little buddies. Gonna send them up to the stars. They can go play around with all the astronauts. Alrighty. Oh, come on. Leave me alone. Yes, there we go. Wonderful. Don't come between a wolf and the extraction of sprites.
Ooh, I do need that. Nope, the right one.
Come forth, my shuttle.
Send them
That's
all
a lot of
out.
sprites. Jeez, I got like 120,000 sprite dust so far. Daily limit. Still locked. Dang it.
Yeah, damn daily limits.
I don't know why they put a daily limit on there, but
Daily
okay.
limit for the extraction?
For the portable extraction, yeah.
Oh. Well, I'm glad that I've not hit that point yet. That could have been a big disappointment there. Wait a minute, what happened to my... There's my suitcase. It's gonna like it. I can't leave my suitcase behind. It's got important things like my sandals. Is there a boss over there? Oh, there is. Wait a minute.
Yeah, but I'm...
You're the one that
pretty
had that
much
thing
not
from
right.
earlier. I need that again.
What thing?
Well, I was robbed of his thing last time. Someone stole it from me, so I have to get it back.
The boss sprite?
Yeah, the boss spread. I had it, and then I lost it. You can't fight a wolf and his suitcases. There we go. Wonderful. Thank you.
I got you.
Much appreciated.
Storm's gonna move in 50 seconds.
Okay. Be moving here in just a moment. Carry on without me. I'll find my way. And I'll find my way through the sky. All right, time to heal from all that rain, because obviously rain on the skin is dangerous. Look at all that damage. If you use the campfire, you get 2 times Sprite XP rest of the match. Oh. I did not know that. Have to keep an eye open for one of those things.
I forgot about it. Thanks for reminding me.
All right, get out of here, you boss sprite. Once again, we summon a dangerous portal from above.
You okay over there, Jeff?
I am doing fine, but this poor little sprite.
I should be asking
should be
you guys
begging
that
for
because
mercy.
you're in the... Sorry, wrong button. Oh, I just got my position away. Sorry, guy.
The sprite began to beg, "Don't put me in that little capsule."
Hey, Raquel, I'm coming.
I'm fine.
The wolf did not
Just hiding.
comply.
All right, heading your
Yes,
way
me.
now. Oh, another guy.
I accidentally gave my position away because I clicked the wrong button.
I hate it when that happens. It's like, no, I wanted to duck, not this.
Hey, but I ducked and covered.
Okay, fine. You want to play that way? Mother.
Got other fighting over here.
Oh, they are really.
All right, a wolf in a suitcase. Go back out into the battle zone. Beware the suitcase of doom. By the way, this is why you don't put weapons inside your suitcase. That's why the airport wants to take it away from you. Or something like that. Gold fire sprites. Do I already have you? I don't remember. Well, we're taking you now.
I have you now.
Oh, I just smacked him. Oh, that's a clip. That is going on YouTube. That's going on YouTube.
Nice.
Where's that coming from?
Wait. Oh, there he is. He's,
There's two of them.
garbage can.
All right, let's get more of these guys. I need to do another
I swear-
extraction.
I swear the Lancehead pistol is good.
Ah, indeed.
Because I threw it at somebody, I broke him, and then I shot. Oh, that's gonna be a wonderful YouTube clip.
Oh,
Uh oh. Whoa, hold on. I see him.
nice! I got that on my stream.
Clip thing.
Down.
Very
Teamwork.
nice. Now let's see. I need to find that extraction point. Okay, I
No,
gotta run
that-
over there. I will
those
be
are-
right back.
Those are YouTube short movies.
Link.
Almost there.
All that.
Smoke grenade isn't a full weapon, says Jess. I saw a really funny thing of trying to hide a weapon from the TSA. Stand by just a second. Let me get this activated.
You know what?
They shared on
Let's
social
go
media.
ahead.
Might have to send it to you. Oh yeah. Helps they update the sprites faster. They've disabled the new quack snacks. Oh.
Yeah, there were a problem with it. People were like, upping their sprites of the quack stacks without consuming them, without consuming the quack stacks, and that's why they disabled them.
Oh.
Hopefully, I'm hoping the will come back later on today for the Galaxy Power Hour event. Yeah, I'm really mad.
Get out of here, you little sprites. Beat it.
Oh, come on. I'm gonna fly. Damn it.
You want to fly? I can fly too.
It was not letting me.
That was actually a little closer than I wanted it to be. I'm noticing a problem with my strategy. I'm entering the end game with kind of pitiful items.
What happened to the vending machines? Did somebody get rid of them?
The what?
Those
I think.
bitches.
Okay, there.
Cool, clear water.
Actually, yeah, Jeff, you need that more than me. You're good.
Uh,
There's one on my butt.
Run!
all right. Well, I should have grabbed a little bit of water down there because of the healing. Too late. That storm's moving fast.
I know it is.
We are in trouble.
Oh, what the?
Someone's taking shots at you, huh?
Sauce. Oh, he is a crook.
I'm on my way.
You.
Oh no.
He.
I made it. Whoa!
Get up. That's an order.
He's coming. He's here.
Well, I got you up. That's all that matters. I should have thrown down my suitcase.
I'm down.
No!
Ah.
Defeat.
You'll defeat. All right, let me take a look at what this stuff that Jess has been sharing with me here.
You've come a long way from point blank shotgun, Mrs. Let me say that again. You come a long way from point blank shotgun, Mrs. Raquel. Thank you so much, Sashi. I think I do have improved quite a lot since I first started out playing Fortnite. 4 eliminations and 3 assists. That's good enough for me. And shoot a form my controller's being a butthole. Oh, there he goes.
That's goofy, Jess. Man, that tornado report.
Awesome.
That's quite something. Quite something indeed. Yeah, the smoke grenade doesn't hide it from our scanners. Oh, by the way, the TSA scanners are very impressive. I will say that. And the way that it gets its data is really makes it you feel a lot safer when you're traveling. Now, I'm not so sure about their scanners that they use for the human body, but I can still understand why they're doing it. But you're not going to see me wanting to go through those scanners very often.
Alrighty, I am done for
All
now. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I will be back later for Galaxy Power Hour at 1 p.m. Central Time to get the Galaxy sprites that I'm missing and stuff. But yeah, thank you so much, guys, for coming here. I'm sorry about my stream crashing on YouTube's crashing twice. Hopefully I can, all the tech issues that will stop happening once I get it fixed this Monday or Tuesday. All right, I will catch you, Alaska, Jeff, and Anime Night later.
Indeed.
Catch you later.
Nice playing with you.
Mhm.
Have a pleasant evening. Rest well.
You too.
Well, it's more like morning, but yeah,
See
still
ya.
rest well. Ciao.
Yep. See ya.
Jess says why they thought peanut butter would disguise metal. Some people lack intelligence, and criminals usually lack more intelligence than the average person, which is why they're in the bind to begin with, why they turn to their, criminal ways. And I used to not think that. I used to think that criminals were supposed to be smart. And then I realized as I got older, criminals are the dumbest people. They are so easily deceived. And they'll do those dumb things like trying to hide stuff and trying to hide weaponry in peanut butter. Absolutely ridiculous. TSA on Instagram is funny. Yeah, at least they're taking it somewhat lightheartedly, because I think a lot of people don't know what goes on with them. And so I don't like the idea of there being mysteries. Mysteries, I still stand by it. Secrets and mysteries kill. You have to keep some things mysterious. You have to keep some things secret. But the more you do, the more trouble starts to happen. Anime Night, how did you get your name?
Okay. Well, because I've been an anime fan since 1998, and I've been very fond of medieval knights, so it's a combination of both.
Ah. Wasn't based upon a particular character or something like that. It's just a combination of two things you liked.
It's a combination of two things, yes. Because I was trying to come up with something for the new channel, and I'm like, what haven't I done? I couldn't go back to my very old one because I can't remember. Because good luck finding AIM.com. Good luck finding that. And so that old email is long gone. So I'm like, I'll just take two interests and throw them together and see what happens.
Now, I know a bit of Raquel's backstory, but what is your backstory?
Well, what would you like to know?
Kind of like just an introduction to yourself.
Well,
how would you introduce people to who you are, what you do, and whatnot?
Well, sorry, I'm coming out of a cold right now, so it's
yeah.
a bit. But long story short, I'm a gamer, an anime fan, and a streamer. I'm not streaming right now because I do not trust Fortnite and streaming at the moment. Seeing what's been happening to Raquel's stream and what's been happening to yours, it's like, yeah, I'm just gonna play as is. I am studying gemology right now. I'm gonna be enrolling in GIA next Friday. Oh, this Friday actually. And I've had this channel since 2018.
You've been a veteran coming upon your. So you've been doing it for about 8 years, huh?
Yep. And
That's
I got
impressive.
monetized. I got monetized at the end of 2024. I could say that was a feather in my cap.
Ooh, very nice.
Because I hit the threshold of 500 and then did the 4,000 public watch hours, and then just went from there.
So there's also another award that you technically would win, and that is you survived the infamous 3-year the 3-year record that most streamers cannot reach. I've been watching several channels, and whenever they reach the 3-year span is when everything goes south. And so that means you not only passed it, you actually still thrived after it. So most commendable.
Well, I made some questionable choices of like doing 16-hour game streams and everything. I learned my lesson on that one, so it's been sporadic. I do them, but they do help though if you have the right circumstances to do it.
16 hours, you said?
But I did a 16-hour game stream. Not because I was bored, but because I wanted, and not because no one challenged me. It was a matter of seeing. It was a test run to see how long I can go within that 16 hours and what would happen. And naturally around 9-10 a.m., I was really, really tired. And managed to finish the game right at the 16-hour mark. And then fell asleep afterwards. Ended the stream, thanked everybody, and then fell asleep.
Well, that you at least pulled back and didn't push yourself beyond that. I've known a couple of people that do push beyond that. They do the 24-hour streams, and you can see it has actually affected their health. Well, there's one guy that I knew who did several 72-hour streams. And I think he probably shortened his life by a couple of months, if not years. Very, very unhealthy. And he did it because the algorithm encouraged him to do it, and people dared him to. And so he did it. He got all the energy drinks, and he slept beforehand. But you could see there was something that snapped in him after 42 hours. Something snapped in him, and he started going downhill fast. So again, it's good that you did not go that far. 16 is probably about the limit of what I would personally ever want to do myself.
Yeah, because I told my audience on the next stream, like when I was streaming again, they're like, "Are you okay, Anime Night? That was a really long stream. Are you all right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And one joked and was like, "So when are you gonna do a 24-hour stream?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm good. I'm good. 16 hours is enough for me. I don't want to do anything detrimental to my health or anything like that. I like to live longer."
Yes. Well, what's also kind of interesting about folks when they're trying to promote, like, hey, we want you to try out the 16-hour stream. they'll say that, oh, well, we don't really mean that we want you to push beyond that. We're just saying, like, have you thought about it? Well, I've noticed that a lot of times that will get the idea in people's minds, and they're like, yeah, why not do that? Or why not go to 24 hours? Why not go up to 36 hours? And it's like ideas, when they get stuck in people's heads, are very hard to get rid of. And some people are a little bit more susceptible than others. And unfortunately, I've known many people to make that mistake, and it does not turn out so well.
It doesn't, and
Nicely done.
it doesn't turn out well from them because you notice it right away. Because it's more of like, well, what? Hang on 1 second.
They're kind of bot-like.
They...
Oh, that's another guy. That's
Thank you.
not a bot.
Oh, that is not a bot. He's a smart one.
I think we should pull back. No need to fight this one.
Yeah, we're gonna... Yep, no need. Do.
The tactful
But you
withdrawal is a very important strategy.
Yep. But the but when I look at other channels, I wonder what are they doing different than me? And I look and observe, and some people who do those long ass hours of streaming, like you mentioned, I do notice it. Like at first they're fine. Hello.
There, he got rid of his bush that he's hiding behind. Just keep going.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Shockwave grenade, your best friend.
All right, I got to get these things out of here. Stand by.
Yes, I agree. Yeah, I agree.
All right, hurry up. Portal, open up. That's an order.
I wish we could kick these things. Be like, just kick it.
Kick the sprites? Like a soccer ball?
No, like kick the machines. Like, hurry up, damn you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, extracted.
Oh, no. Oh, that was close.
Crap. There we go.
Perfect. So what's the biggest channel do you think that you have interacted with?
Oh goodness, there's been a lot. In terms of interacting, I have interacted with like reality-based Jeremy Prime. I said hi to him a few times here and there. It just depends on the channel. I interact with all kinds when I get the opportunity to do so. But I like to keep it minimum of like who I'm careful with and everything. Because I've seen what Boogie has done and everything. I do pay attention, and it's like nah, we're not gonna do that here on my channel. No, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna keep it as is.
Well, you don't really realize until later on the impact that the behaviors people have in the streaming sphere can impact upon people. So there's a couple of folks that I've interacted with in the past. I'll keep their names omitted, but some folks that are in pretty tough minds. Some of them that are, you could say, suffering quite a bit, and they don't know how to escape it. And so thus, the streaming sphere many times encourages people to double down and to kind of isolate themselves, makes things worse for them. And then you talk with them later on, and they're like, my life feels like it is basically becoming hell for me. I don't know how to escape it. And it's one of the easiest things that they could do is just to stop the streaming. And it's like, some people, it's perfectly fine. They can go on, no problem, but the people where it's starting to impact them in a horribly negative way, and then they're like, well, I don't know what else to do. Those ones are the ones that suffer the most, especially the ones that start to feel financial benefits from it. Then it's really hard to break away from it.
I had a few people look at me when I tell them that I have an RL job and everything. They're like, "Wait, you're a YouTuber and you have a real job?" And they just they just look at you funny. And I'm like, "Yeah, because here's the thing. I made a promise to my audience that if I ever got partial monetization, I would not quit my job." And when that happened, and when the partial monetization happened, I kept my word. Oh,
I made the mistake myself of there was a guy that wanted to hire me in the internet sphere, and I was in a bit of a job transformation. I didn't know what the future was going to hold, and so I was like, okay, fine, I'll give this a try. So I quit my job to work with him, and it was a horrible mistake, but it was a very good one as well, because I got to learn the space. I got to learn, like, oh yeah, you do not want to go down this path. It will cause problems and will ruin you. And I learned that by watching how it was destroying him, but also what it did to my own finances. And realizing just how quickly all your savings disappear. Streaming is not a career, and the people that stream and try and make it a career many times are disappointed. Yeah, everyone I know who's tried to make the living always regrets it.
Yeah, and here's the thing. I mean, yes, streaming is not easy, but if you have the right mindset and the ability to believe in what you do, you will succeed. Because I learned that the hard way, and then when I got partial monetization, I kept going, but also I made sure that I break it up of what I do. Like, if I'm not feeling good, then I will literally not stream. And to everybody who's aspiring to stream, it's okay to take a break. No one's going to fault you for taking a break to go get something to eat or just take 5 minutes. It's not gonna hurt your view count or anything. It's not. Because remember, we're all human at the end of the day. We're all human. Exactly. And I learned that the hard way, because I have passed out like twice on stream because I pushed myself too hard. And I learned that the hard way, and I had to learn that. Was not fun. It wasn't fun, but I did learn something though.
Indeed.
and I learned my limitations. But unfortunately, people who do all that, like you said, don't know their limits, and then they wonder why it's not fun anymore, because they can't recover from that. Their body is still in that phase where, like, whoa, I don't know how to balance this. And that's the thing. It's a matter of balance.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I could easily stream like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, what have you, after my current shift at my work, depending on how I'm feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I'm not feeling good, or if it was a bad day at work, I just don't decide to stream, and I just go and do something else. Like, I go to another fan, like I go hang out with Raquel or somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I give myself that break because mood does affect the stream, and people will notice that. They will notice. And that's why it's like, whoa, what's up with the energy of the stream? What's up with our host? Why is he in a bad mood? This is not good.
Yeah.
And that's the unfortunate reality of it, because you don't think the audience pays attention, but they do. They do pay attention. And when your audience tells you, hey man, we're not liking this, we're gonna go, then you know it's a problem.
Absolutely.
And not many people know that. They think, oh, I'll be fine. I could show my anger and everything because of this, that, and the other. Well, yes, but also you're not only hurting yourself, but you're hurting your audience. Because your audience, it is there for you. Because they want to see you have fun and everything. And
Indeed.
when you're not in a good mood, it reflects on that. And it's the truth.
Ark.
Right?
Victory. Alright, I gotta get out of the storm. Well, that was close.
I almost got him. But the point is this: as long as you're having fun and everything, you are going to have a very good time. You're going to have a good time, and your audience will also enjoy it too.
Absolutely.
I think we
we're
got
in trouble.
it. Oh, it's that guy again. It's that guy again.
I am really low on health, so I'm gonna try and be very careful. Oh, so much for being careful.
Oh, he's up there. Oh.
Ah, dang it.
Come on.
Right next
Peek
to
out
you.
one more time. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, I almost tapped him. Oh, yes.
Oh, careful. Focus on yourself.
Oh, darn it. It wouldn't let me break free of it.
Ah, that's
And he
unfortunate.
was
And he had that explosive rifle as well, so that was a tough one. Got to second place though, so still commendable.
Mhm. But for your audience to Alaska, I hope they learned something today.
Well, we always want to. One of the things I keep telling the audience is anyone can watch a game stream. Anyone can listen to a rant. But what I like to try and do is have casual conversations and ramblings, because I believe that we learn more by doing things like that. I got to be part of big streams, very big streams, in which there was a lot of interaction and nothing really happened, nothing of merit. It was always a downward drag. It was fun, but they never were better off for it. And it really did show over time, and which is one of the reasons why I got out of that space. Why I take things so very casually, to the point of where maybe it's a bit of a bore at times for folks. But having deep conversations is what I'm all about. And so the goal is to kind of have something to leave people. So yes, what you've said is definitely contributes to that that sort of pattern that we kind of have around here. All right, what have we got here for the sprites? I think I'm good for one more, and then I'm gonna call it an evening. Bring out that king sprite again. That was a fun one to work with. Surprise people by going up and then punching them in the face. That's the last thing they expect in a gunfight.
Oh yes, indeed. And but that's the thing though, because what I noticed is the bigger content creators, they don't give the advice to up and coming people, because what I've noticed is the gatekeeping is rampant, and it's like, we're not here to replace you. We want to do our own thing, and you're allowed to do that. But when people look at you differently and go, hey, wait a minute, what are you doing that I haven't figured out? Then it becomes a problem, and for some wicked reason, it becomes a problem. And it's like, dude, I'm just having fun. I'm being me.
Mm-hmm. I can tell you what's going on in their mind, because I got to hear it. There was a conversation that I had with 3 big streamers. They were all in the same room. And one of them got up and, well, first off, they were ranting about somebody who wasn't there. There was a streamer who was finding success, and they're like, we have to shut him down. He is finding success, and when one of them finds success, that means that they won't find success. They've already lost the ad revenue. And so they were like, well, we gotta stop him at all cost. And then they were talking to me to try and say how I needed to get involved with doing this. And I was like, I'm not part of this. This is your beef that you all have. And so I just kind of let it slide. Well, one of the 3 guys got up and went to the restroom. And the other 2 started saying, we have to shut down the 3rd guy, the guy that just left. We have to shut him down. He's taking our ad revenue. We have to get his audience because he's becoming a problem. And I'm over there thinking, well, that's kind of weird. Weren't you guys all like against this one guy who wasn't present? Now you're all against this other guy? It was baffling to me. Well, the other guy came back, and then another one had to leave, but this time he had to leave for to pick up stuff from the shop. When he left, the 2 guys that were left behind started talking about the other guy, that they needed to shut him down. And again, I'm like, this is ridiculous. And they were trying to get me in on making this happen. I'm like, I am not a part of this whole escapade. But what I learned is that every one of them had this as like their goal, to shut the other down, because that means that they get more ad revenue. It's a very frustrating part of this industry, because people, when they reach a certain point, a lot of them are doing it for very nefarious reasons, and they don't admit it until they've gotten their fame. And I've seen that happen with small creators. They get a little taste of power, and then they lash out on everybody who wronged them in the past, or who they were not just happy with in general. And especially when you have tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of people, then it really goes to your head. And then you start freaking out at every last little moment when something goes wrong. And then they'll praise each other constantly. Like, oh, well, we're just so glad to see you succeed. And then the moment that the doors close, the real them comes out. And then they're like, I can't stand this person. We have to stop him. That cycle was so prevalent.
That's why... In that example right there is why I am very protective of who I network with, because I'm well aware of these people, but on the same token, I'm being careful with like who I let in, because and you are right, these people are out for themselves. They smile in your face, shake your hand, and go, hey man, we loved your stream and everything. And then 2 days later, they're stealing your bit right there. They're doing it right in front of you verbatim. And it's like a comedian who does this really awesome joke that is so hysterical and gets a standing ovation. And then a guy comes along and it's like, yeah man, I love your joke and everything. And then you see that guy do that joke on a big network show, and it's like, hey, wait a minute, I know that joke. That's not his. It's the other guy's.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what happens. And it happens more often than most people would like to admit. And it's a very scary thing, and not many want to talk about it because they're too concerned with their own self-interest.
Mm-hmm.
One guy just wants to sit there and criticize people. Another wants to sit there and criticize the audience. And then a third guy just wants to sit there and go, why haven't we done this? And then blame the other two.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And it goes to show that the whole thing that they built everything on was on teamwork and friendship. And unfortunately, when success comes in, that gets thrown out the window. Like those three men you mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happens when success happens and people try to do better for themselves, which I do strongly encourage, because people deserve to better themselves. And there's no shame in it, because it's like, hey, why am I mad at this dude? This guy is improving his life. I'm happy for him. And he's doing something that actually works. Why am I jealous? Because I look at all these big YouTubers like PewDiePie, iShowSpeed, and everything. They have things that I have no interest in at all. Uh-oh. Hang on.
Well done.
Thank you.
There's a guy that I've had many interactions with on in the streaming space, and he has he wanted to try and let me go back a little bit. I was being set up to have a lot of a pretty good opportunity to become a big streamer, and because I was concerned about the values that they were espousing, I could not go through with it. I had to. That was what led to my quitting. Because the moment you compromise your values, it's all over. So there's this guy that I've been talking with who has been like, oh, well, I'm not pursuing fame. You know, if it happens, it happens. But, I'm just trying to focus primarily on just having fun, making connections, things like that. And it sounded really honorable for the most part. And then you start to ask him, like, okay, so, hey, things are going pretty well for you over the last couple of months. Hopefully it's not going to your head, sort of thing. He's like, oh yeah, no, it's not going to my head. And then one person did a comment to him, and they're like, yeah, we want to bring you up to the next level. You have like all the makings of a real pro in the streaming space. And guess what happened? He suddenly changed in a split second, and his tone changed. The people he interacted with, he started to look down on some because they were now the peasants, and the concept of power started to take over. And I've been very concerned about this concept of power, because it's a temptation that most of us will never experience. But yet at the same time, we will experience it in things like YouTube or in the streaming sphere as a whole. And it does hurt a lot of people, and you don't realize who it's going to hurt until it's already started.
Oh, yeah.
So he ended up burning bridges because now he felt fame. And while I still have dialogue with him, a lot of people no longer will chat with him. They cut off all ties with him because of this happening. But not just that, it's because he had they wanted his success, and they started getting jealous.
Oh, word.
There's a lot of people here. I'm out of here.
Don't worry about me. Keep going.
I'll come back for you. That's what I do. I just got to heal.
I don't know where they went, but I'm not sticking around to find out.
There's a lot of people that showed up. All right, go down to the river. We go down to the river to pray. Oh, and also to heal. What the?
Hey, and I have an idea.
Oh, just get to the shoreline.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, there we
that
go.
helps out a lot. Do you have health?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. Oh, I really need it. There was one person who I thought he was one of my close friends. He cut ties with me because I started bettering myself and started doing different content based on gemstones and everything in between. Whoa, hello. What the hell? Whoa.
Explosive
Here,
rifle.
here. Okay, he's taken care of.
There we go. Wonderful.
Nice. Anyway, like I was saying, he got upset with me because he thought I was leaving him behind and everything in between. And I told him, no, that's not the case. I'm improving my life outside of what I do. Ah, what the? Ow. Where did that come from? Oh, I see him.
Golly. That's the enemy. I'm out of here.
That is...
Stop hitting me. Oh. Now, he did not want to cooperate. Wow, that was not very nice of him.
No, that was not at all. I got hit in one. I got knocked in one shot. Like, boom, gone.
Yeah, well, he has got that that sprite. I wonder if that contributed to his damage. Well, I want to wrap up this concept before we close out. But I one of the things I noticed when I first got started streaming, I took such a very strong stance on being a casual streamer. I bored the daylights out of anybody who wanted to try and one up me, and so it ended up. I'm all about being genuine, and it was because I saw how disingenuine people hurt one another, and it has always bothered me ever since I first saw it. And there was two times. I was at an event, and I looked at a guy one day, and he was in a horrible way. I thought for certain I was going to find out the following day he was going to be dead. I thought for certain that was how bad his state was. There was another one who was in a horrible state, and he was an emotional wreck. And I was afraid that he was going to mess up on his drive, and because they were preventing him from sleeping, and they were just harassing him, and he was just emotionally a wreck. And I was like, this is dangerous. He has to travel for hours and hours. What are they doing? And so both those people happened on the same trip. And I saw more that happened there, but the thing I noticed was that when you care about other people, it shows. And unfortunately, a lot of people that want to become creators, a lot of them want it because they smell opportunity. They smell power. Back in the early days of streaming, that didn't exist. It does now. And just like how Hollywood, actors seem very nice on the outside, but then you find out every last one of them is torn up to shreds on the inside. You don't hear that until you're in the industry. All you see is the opportunity. You see the money, you see the power, you see the fame. And YouTube has made that a problem for everybody. And now something as simple as bettering yourself, getting a little bit extra success, that becomes the grounds for fighting. And it's sad, it's horrible, and it just goes to show that we have lost a sense of kindness and civility that we used to have as a society. Now it's all about money. And if we can break free of that, I think that we will find a lot more meaning in what we do.
Exactly that. And this individual, I'm not gonna name names, but he got so egregious with me, and he insulted everything, and went one step further and insulted my audience right in front of me. And as a non-streamer, you don't cross that line. Everybody knows you don't cross that line. If people have a problem with me, keep it with me. Leave my audience out of this. They had nothing to do with it. And I haven't heard from this person since because he broke every rule in the book. And I'm just like, I can't deal with this person, which is sad because he's one of my close friends. But now he showed his real colors. So I distanced myself and shrunk my circle even more because of that. And it also brings up when did bettering yourself become a crime in today's society? I'm always happy for people's success. I'm happy for the success of Raquel and her stuff. I'm happy for the success of a few friends of mine. I'm not jealous. I like seeing people be successful at something. Like somebody got a job promotion. Well, congratulations. I hope it works out for you. That's it. That's the basic thing to do. It's just congratulate them.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's no reason to be jealous. I don't know what job that guy. It's not. I'm thinking I'm happy.
There's only one time where I get frustrated when I hear about people's success. It has to do if I know for a fact that they have evil intentions. And then I see them succeed and I'm like, great, now they have more power in which to abuse it. And I saw it happen in such a way that I was like, this is devastating to others. And I found out later on that it actually did hurt some people. And so thus, this one person's success ended up being the downfall of others. And so that's the only line that I put out there. You have to have a desire to have kindness in your heart. And the moment you have once you show the colors of vengeance, it's very hard to try and conceal that again. And I do think we wear on our sleeves who we are. Just like how if somebody goes out and they get a t-shirt and the t-shirt has all sorts of horrible statements, and people are like, oh, well, it's just a t-shirt. It's just a style. No, you've promoted what you value, who you are on the inside. And if you're a streamer who wants to tear people down, it will become apparent very, very quickly. And, well, like I said, I got to see that on the inside. And now I can't look at many channels without seeing even just a little bit of it. That's why I really enjoy the channels that have 1,000 subscribers or less, because primarily those people haven't been tainted by that greed yet. And some people that do find that success, they do maintain a sense of decorum and honor. But those people usually don't stay on top very long. They usually get beaten down, or they end up just petering out. They still have the success, they just don't have the exponential success that they once had. And I hope that the industry starts to course correct, but I don't think it's going to happen within the next few years, unfortunately. Well, as we wrap up, is there anything that you would like to say as a closeout?
Alaska, this has been very fun. I'm glad we got a chance to meet. I love your insight. It's refreshing to hear open communication, and I'm giving you major attention because that's how I am. If someone's talking, I give them the full attention because I'm curious to what a person has to say. Granted, I may not agree with everything, but I give people the time of day to talk about it. But it's also interesting to hear a different worldview. And you are correct, though, in what you said, because greed is one of the worst things to happen to a YouTube channel. It's one of the worst things. But another thing is lying to your audience. that's what really hurts a content creator more than anything. My success. I'm above 600 subscribers right now, but that came from hard work and just being who I am. I'm not begging for money. I'm not begging for subscriptions. I put my content out there and say, hey, come check it out. But it's a real interesting it's been an interesting discussions we've had, and I know you're probably streaming right now, but
well, it's mostly just Jess out there right now. So during the late night, I usually have like 1 or 2 people, and so it's mostly just for the discussions that take place. So yeah, we are streaming, but that's why we're like in the process of doing the wrap up here.
But I really hope your audience has learned something from a different perspective, from a different person. And I value another individual's audience, and I keep them in mind as well, because it's interesting interacting with like other channels and everything, and other YouTubers, and it's a lot of fun, and that's the freedom I hope that gets back and everything. I would love to see the industry go back to the way it was in everything, because that's just the thing. I want people to be successful as long as it's legal and goodwill and everything in between, and that's it. If people are successful, fantastic. But the thing is, that they do it legally and with good intentions. That's the mainline issue people don't want to talk about.
Indeed. By the way, I have to. I'm in trouble. Just says, "Oh, you make me feel so special with it's mostly just Jess." Oh no.
Oh no.
Well, your 610 subscribers is now 611. This is a very, very rare occasion. I have gotten very, very careful about subscribing to folks, and so it's because of the experiences I've had in the past. So you have me on there. You also now have Jess, as she says, 612. So much appreciated for your time, Anime Night, and hope that things go well with your channel.
Yes, indeed. I'm working on other videos just right now. Check out the Ruby video I did. It's very interesting because since I'm doing gemology and everything, I'm slowly integrating that into content, because I want to give people a worldview of what I am doing outside of the game streams and everything. And I have a lot more coming. But also I am a very vulgar person, but it's rare for me to be like this, because you, sir, are an amazing individual, and I have tremendous amount of respect for you. And so I want to keep your channel and stream a bit clean. So
you're very considerate.
I have refrained from all the out there words and everything. And so, but I do that. But I do it for people I genuinely have respect for.
Well, I'm going to have to definitely check that, because I actually have been working on a side project that has to do with minerals. And so that does leave me with a bit of curiosity. So I'll be sure to check it out. And Jess also says, I'll have to watch the Ruby one as a July baby. That's my birthstone. How very fitting. And we're almost to July. Which, by the way, folks, just a reminder,
indeed.
Jess has her birthday stream coming up with Dadman, so.
Oh, well, Jess, happy early birthday. If I don't get a chance to see it, happy early birthday, Jess. But oh Jesus Christ, I hate being sick. I hate it.
I definitely can concur. Illness, ugh. It helps you to appreciate the days that you are well, which is a terrible way to kind of have to suffer through it. But take your vitamins
believe me, I
rest well.
I hated working the other day though. Oh my Lord. That was not fun. I literally grabbed the nearest water machine and just chugged like 5 cups every hour just to even keep my throat hydrated and everything. That was not fun.
Well, Jess says, tell him thanks for me, and so thus I pass it on. She says thanks. All right, folks, we are going to bring this stream to a close. Anime Night, much appreciated. You're always welcome around here whenever I'm on. And I will be sure to see you next time.
Absolutely, Alaska. Good to meet you, and I look forward to the content and everything that you put out. And also, Alaska, you're in a safe spot. My channel is open to anybody. Just be aware. Like I mentioned, I am vulgar and everything, but I do it on my own streams and everything.
Indeed,
I do tend to be a bit out there and everything, but I know when to heel it back a little bit.
Indeed, I can understand that. I don't critique people's channels because they all have their own approaches. So I'm not going to be throwing a fit for you. To those that are out there, and that includes Jess, have a pleasant evening and morning wherever you are. Just a reminder, be civil to one another and share that civility with someone this weekend. Until next time, folks, have a very pleasant evening, and hopefully we'll be back tomorrow with some art and more Fortnite. See you all later, folks.